Hello and welcome back to another episode of my charity Premier League predictions for this season. I, for one, am so glad football is back. Proper football, not this international rubbish. Proper Premier League action. And first of all, we are going to be looking at Arsenal versus Forest. Now, after their shocking loss last time in the Premier League against West Ham, and on the fact that they lost their manager, brought in Big Ange, it's going to be really interesting the kind of performance Nottingham Forest can put in. Are they going to still be really structured at the back, or is it just going to be gung-ho football like Ange had at Spurs? Honestly, I feel like it's going to be a little bit of both. I don't think he's going to be as bold as he once was. I think there's going to be a little bit of pragmatism involved, but I still expect Arsenal to really put them to the sword. The club just seems like it's just really chaotic, from the whole Morgan Gibbs-White transfer saga now to this sacking, bringing Big Ange in, a complete opposite of what Nottingham Forest fans are going to be used to. I really expect Arsenal to get 3-0 win here. I expect Gyökeres to get on the scoreboard again, and you know, maybe he'll mess with his hair a little bit less and actually get some more shots on target and a little bit more movement from him. We'll see. Next up, we've got Bournemouth versus Brighton. Now, with Bournemouth and Brighton, it's going to be interesting again. Bournemouth, when they won, they're a phenomenal team. But no one saw that Spurs victory. I, for one, had Tottenham to win. I think it might have been 2-0 in my last video. So I'll be really interested to see what Bournemouth show up. And I say for Brighton, not many people would have predicted Brighton to win. I, for one, expected Man City to edge it 3-2. So I'm going to go for 2-2, but I really wouldn't be surprised to see Bournemouth just nick a goal and possibly even win it 2-1. But we're going to go for 2-2 for this video. Next up, we've got Palace versus Sunderland. Now, Palace at home, not many people are going to be betting against that. However, how are they feeling now that they've lost Eze? Is there still a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of distrust between the manager, between Gahey and Glasner, because it is rumoured that Glasner was the one that more or less threw his dummies out the pram and said, well, if Gahey goes, I go, to stop his dream move. And I'm definitely not salty. I'm a Liverpool fan. Not salty about that at all. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 Sunderland win. Now, away from home, I don't actually expect Sunderland to pick up that many points, but there's something about them just makes me think that they've got a chance in every game they're in, bar the top 6. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on. I'm hoping for a Sunderland win. I really want them to try and hit mid-table and really put a stamp on the fact that Championship clubs can come up, and if they do the right business in the transfer window, they can maintain it. Next up, we have got Everton versus Villa. Now, Villa really need to go against my prediction today. They really need to get some points on the board. Whether the likes of Jadon Sancho can help them achieve that, I don't know. For me, no. I think that's just absolute a waste of money. Like, we keep coming on to this PSR topic in football these days, but when Villa are spending potentially stupid money on contracts like Jadon Sancho's, which is going to be 150 plus easily, and I can't imagine Man United are paying too much of that, then no wonder they keep having to sell their players for 40 million for Ramsey to Newcastle, for example. So I'm going to go with Everton winning 1-0. Again, they're at home in the new stadium. I can't see them losing many games this season. I think this season they're really going to make that stadium their own. Then we've got Fulham versus Leeds. Bit similar to, who was it I said? Sunderland. I can't see them picking up too many wins away from home, Leeds. I don't know if they've got enough up front. To be honest, enough firepower. Not enough, don't know if this is a word, but clinicality. I just expect Fulham be strong at home. Hopefully Josh King can get his, is it Josh King? Well, King can get a goal this weekend to make up for what was effectively stolen from him from idiots at Stockley Park that clear. Do not this argument of like, oh well, they've never played the game before. You don't need to play the game to know that that wasn't a foul. It was just ridiculous. So hopefully he can get on the scoreboard again and Fulham can get a result. Next up, you got Newcastle versus Wolves. So with Newcastle and Wolves, I fully expect Newcastle to win. Wolves for me are 18th place finish this season, maybe even lower, with how well Sunderland and Burnley picked up a result the other week. Hopefully we'll see Watermaid start, because he would have had a pre-season where with his team, I can't remember where it was, Wolfsburg, something like that. So I fully expect Watermaid to start, and hopefully he can grab a goal. Because as much as there's been that old debacle between Newcastle and Liverpool this season, I actually really like Newcastle as a club, and I'd hope that Watermaid can really get some goals for them. And then we move on to West Ham versus Spurs. Now, West Ham, off the back of that incredible result against Forest, have got all the momentum their way. They've got everything going for them. They're at home. It's against Spurs away, who aren't really, probably wouldn't, in previous season, wouldn't strike them that strong away or at home, really, those shocking results they had last season. But I do expect Spurs to come back strong in this one. I don't think Graham Potter's a strong enough manager. I think Thomas Frank will outclass him, and it will show. And then we're going to move on for the last Saturday game, Brentford versus Chelsea. Now, this is going to be a strange one, because on paper, you expect Chelsea to win this easily, 2-3, 4-0 maybe. However, with these recent charges, there's 74 charges against them, back from 2011 up to 2016, which for me is bizarre. It took the Premier League 10 years to realise, or do you have the information to know that they cheated or potentially cheated allegedly? I don't want to get sued by Chelsea, thank you very much. So it'd be interesting with the chaos of that is going to actually affect their performance. So for me, I still can't see Brentford beating them clean. I think it's going to be a 2-1 to Chelsea, but I think it could be really quite scrappy. And then finally, the Sunday game. So we have first of all got the Burnley versus Liverpool tie. Now, definitely really biased here. I fully expect Liverpool to turn up to Burnley and just absolutely trounce them 4-0. Don't expect Isak to start. He got picked up to maybe 20 minutes in the internationals for Sweden. So I fully expect Isak to come on in maybe the last 20 minutes and hopefully bag a goal. Hopefully Ekatike can get some as well, because it'd be interesting to see whether Ekatike comes off for Isak or does Gakpo come off so Isak can come on, and then who's going to go onto the left, who's going to be up front, or will it be a front two? Something we haven't seen Liverpool do in a really, really long time. But yeah, for me, 4-0. Started to get a couple, 1 or 2 assists, maybe a goal, but Ekatike and Isak to definitely get on the score sheet. And then lastly, we've got Manchester City versus Man United. Can't wait for this game. I don't know what it is. Whenever Man City play Man United, even though Man City clearly outclass Man United every single time, I always just fancy Manchester United to nick something. And I think before I would always be, Rashford on the counter can get a goal. Now Rashford's not there, I actually fancy Mbeumo to get something. Kuna I don't think is playing, so could we see Fernandes maybe playing in that 10 rather than in midfield, and maybe even get Mainu on there. Again, I'm not going to get my hopes up for Mainu, because I don't think Amorim fancies him all that much yet. He's made a big deal of him. He needs to stay and fight for his place, but I just think he prefers the likes of Ugarte, Casemiro, Fernandes in those sitting roles, as he doesn't think Mainu's mobile enough. So based on all this, I'm going to go with Man United to get 2 and Man City to get 1, and hopefully we can get Rangers on the score sheet, or Haaland, because he's in my fantasy team, and that is the most important thing in these games, because I wish there was a way for them both to lose, as I despise both clubs. Anyway, those are my predictions. I will let you know how we get on, and then we'll see how much more money we can raise. I think I need to double check, but I think it was £30 we raised from the last lot of predictions, which will be going into the GoFundMe page. No, sorry, the Just Giving page very, very shortly. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.